And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free with me.
Well, good morning, everybody. Coming to you from sunny Amarillo, Texas. You see the sun? No sun. It's freezing. It got down to 9 degrees last night. As you know, we prefer to boondock, and anytime we can, we will. We had made a run to this RV park because we knew it was going to get cold. We didn't know it was going to snow. That was a surprise. But we did know it was going to get really cold. We knew we were looking at single-digit temperatures, and there was no way that the heater was going to be able to run off of our solar. We needed help. We needed electric, and we knew that. So that's why we came to this RV park specifically for this. Now, we've cold weather camped before. This isn't the first time we've camped in the snow. We stayed a whole 2 winters in Denver in this rig. We've been down to 12 below in it. So cold weather camping isn't new to us, but it has been a while. And with the setup here, we've run into a couple of challenges. We've got to figure out how we're going to overcome them, and it may decide whether we stay or go today. Now, cold weather camping, may as well talk about it a little bit while we're on the subject, because we've done it quite a bit. Like I said, we lived in Denver for a couple of winters in the RV. Normally, if you're going to spend a lot of time in the cold weather, you want to skirt your rig. It makes a huge difference. When we had our Class A motorhome, we had a skirt for it. When we bought the 5th wheel, it was about $2,500 to have a custom skirt made for it. We weren't planning on wintering in it after we left Colorado. This certainly is unexpected. We weren't planning on having to do any real camping in the snow because, well, been there, done that. So we didn't have a skirt made for it, but skirting helps a lot. And then we have a heated water hose. Let me show you. I'm going to take you over there and show you. So this blue hose, this is our heated water hose. And that way your water coming out of the stanchion in the ground, you have warmth all the way up and into your rig. And your water supply line doesn't heat up or doesn't freeze up. Now that bay where the water line goes into, that whole bay is warmed by the furnace. So the nice thing is, like our bathroom pipes, all of that plumbing, it's all under the floor where there's heat circulating. So it keeps that from freezing up. And then the park was worried about their water stanchion. So we took the dog's coats and wrapped it so that the water supply line wouldn't freeze up. Did the trick. It worked.
We spent a great few days at my sister's house visiting with the family and helping her out at her ranch, and then we even got to go see our niece perform in her school play before it was time to move on and head on to Denver.
Well, here we are in Denver, back at Prospect RV Park. I'll give you a look around here for a minute. We're out on the back row. The owner of the park lives in that little house right there. And then right where that blue and white motorhome is, right there. That's where we used to stay when we were living here, getting ready to get on the road full time. This was all part of our bug out, kiss off the working world as we know it, and hit the road plan. And living here in our RV for a couple of years before we got on the road is what let us afford to do just that. Decent little park, only about 15 minutes from downtown Denver, about 10 minutes from Golden. You can see the foothills from here. A beautiful little park out behind it. They have a laundry room, nice bathrooms. They keep them really clean. Everybody here is really nice. And we're walking up towards the front of the park. And then that little building right there, that's the bathroom and the laundry rooms. So if you're passing through Denver and need a place to stay for a few days, this is a great little stopover. One of only a couple really decent places in the Denver area to stay. The other one is Dakota Ridge RV Park up in Golden. At Dakota Ridge, you'll pay about $85 a night. Here you'll pay about $37 a night for full hookups. So when you come in, that's 44th Avenue in Wheat Ridge right there. And on the other side of those houses is I-70, so it's really close to the freeway. And then this over here is the dog walking area. You can let them run loose out in that area. This is the path that goes back to the park. And then there's the front entrance of the RV park right there. When we first started full-timing, we stayed up at Dakota Ridge, the place up in Golden, for about 9 months. Luckily, it was over the winter where it was cheaper to get into this park long-term. They have something like 200 people on their waiting list right now to get into a long-term spot. A lot of it has to do with the housing market here in Denver. It has gotten very expensive very quickly, and the wages just haven't caught up with the cost of living. So a lot of people here are going the route of buying an RV and living in it because it's a lot more affordable than trying to afford a house here. She charges $775 a month plus electric if you're on a monthly. I think Dakota Ridge up in Golden. In the summertime, they're around $2,200 a month. Yeah, for a pad of concrete. So anyways, this is right behind the RV park. Some of the spots you can have a view of it. From the other side of the park, you have to walk around to get here, but it's a great place to walk around in the afternoon. Absolutely beautiful. In the summer and the spring and the fall, these trees are all in bloom. You can see the lake. There's 4 lakes back here. This is the closest one. We used to bring Emma back here and walk her every day. She didn't really like the gravel in the RV park because she has so much weight on her front feet. So we used to put shoes on her. We had some red shoes. So when we lived here, Emma was known as the dog with the red shoes. And we'd bring her out and we'd walk her around this park every day. She can't do that anymore. She's she's so old now. She doesn't go very far from the house anymore. She has too much trouble getting around. If we walk her too far, then she's really sore afterwards, and we don't want to do that to her, so we take it easy on her. So again, there's the back of the RV park right there. And then here's this cute little city park. And again, like I said, in the summer it's green and it's beautiful, and there's a creek that runs through back there. There's a paved bike / jogging trail that goes all the way out to Denver International Airport and all the way up into Golden. So it's a pretty neat place. We always have enjoyed it here, even though you're right in the city. She has a quiet little place tucked away behind other buildings and houses, and you don't even really know it's here unless you're specifically looking for it. Like I said, we've come full circle. We started out here 11 months ago, hit the road, put almost, I have to add it up, at least 10,000 miles on the RV. We've been through 17 states. And here we are back in Denver on our way to Montana. We pulled in here and said, well, there's lap 1 out of the way, starting on lap 2. Where it's going to take us from Montana, we don't know yet. We have not figured out what we're going to do. Although, you guys already know we're big NASCAR fans. We're trying to find a race to go to this year. We're thinking maybe Homestead in Miami in November. It's the year-end championship race, and that would put us in Florida and the Gulf Coast for wintertime, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. We'll see how that goes. We'll keep you posted and let you know what our plans turn out to be. Anyways, before we leave, we're getting ready to hit the road and head north. We're hoping to make it at least to Casper, Wyoming tonight, possibly to Sheridan, and then we'll drive on into Montana tomorrow. But we wanted to give you a look around before we leave and let you see what this place is all about and what it looks like. And we'll see you in a little bit on the road.
Hey everyone, thanks a lot for watching our little episode there. Stay tuned while we keep the slides in and we sneak into a parking lot and park for the night before we hit our Montana summer job. We'll catch you guys up there. Bye.